gentlemen, welcome to this second episode of Pro Wrestling Collision. I'm Kevin Huntsberger, joined by Jerome Cuson from Pro Wrestling Pondering.
I'm back again, and by the end of this hour, we're going to have a new Pro Wrestling Collision heavyweight champion.
That's right, there are two semifinal matches, and of course the finals. There will be a new champion crowned, and Bull Bronson, an open challenge, El Matadoro. We don't know much about him, but he will be here as well tonight.
I feel sorry for Mr. El Matadoro.
It'll be interesting to see, but first, let's go to the ring with ring announcer Bob Fester.
Our next contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit and is a semi-final match in the Collision Cup tournament. Making his way to the ring, being accompanied by Zakk Sawyer from Ogden Marsh, Iowa. He weighs 205 pounds. Christian Rose.
The first of two semifinal matches for the Collision Championship. Christian Rose is ready to go here.
Well, you know, Bob Fester mentioned that Matt Cage and Zakk Sawyer are ringside, and they are in fact not. My understanding is that they're sort of nursing the wounds at the back, and that Rose has been left to his own devices.
And Christian Rose, a very accomplished star in the world of professional wrestling here.
His opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 160 pounds, the Pro Wrestling.
Here we go. Not even going to get the official announcement. That's Joey O'Reilly, folks.
Nice head scissors and a Rana as the semifinals is underway. The theme of this tournament continues. A fast start here. Rose drop kick to the outside.
That's right. Joey O'Reilly is the No Limits champion here in Pro Wrestling Collision and wants to add a belt to his collection and become the heavyweight champion.
And on that dive attempt, Rose catching him with the forearm. 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that it was 3 matches to a heavyweight championship. Now it's just 2, and they have to do it all in one night.
And we saw the power bomb into the guardrail in the first round match with Kyle Sykes, although O'Reilly escapes at that time.
O'Reilly evidently scouting Rose's match from 2 weeks ago, watching us on YouTube, and getting a chance to see what he's all about.
Oh, catches him, a very strong man, Christian Rose.
Rose had
no, go ahead.
powerbomb into the side of the ring.
Man.
Right into the lower back, and that is right where the steel meets the wood, and you do not want to be powerbombed on the side of the ring.
Absolutely not as he goes for a cover here. This could be quick. Christian Rose pretty dominant in that opening round match with Kyle Sykes. And of course, O'Reilly was able to beat Matt Cage, who is Rose's tag team partner.
And Rose was able to defeat Kyle Sykes, so Christian Rose sort of making his way up the No Limits division as he continues in the heavyweight title tournament.
And he kicks him right in the rib cage, Christian Rose does. And Joey O'Reilly grounded early on in this match.
I think so much of what impresses me about Rose is just the confidence that he has in the ring, the fact that he feels that he is in control at all times, and you're really seeing that as he delivers a forearm to knock the No Limits champion down.
That's right. Rose is such an aggressive, powerful individual in there. Look at frustration now as he only got a 2 count there.
Well, I think Rose almost feels like he's got O'Reilly's number a little bit based on some past confrontations. And we'll have to see what happens here. This is a completely different ballgame.
That's right. We saw, though, Christian Rose assault basically Joey O'Reilly after O'Reilly's first round win. It took him right into his matchup then with Kyle Sykes 2 weeks ago here on Pro Wrestling Collision.
And a big chop in the corner there. And these night veg chops are not going to lead to a pinfall, but they're going to take your opponent's breath away.
Little by little, taking them apart. That's exactly what Christian Rose does best. Joey O'Reilly, though, coming back to life here.
Going for that DDT, but Rose is, I think, a little too big and a little too strong for that.
Ooh, blocked it and then turned it into a knee right to the gut. Not enough, though, to keep down the high-flying Joey O'Reilly.
I'm sure Rose was more focused on trying to get him to expend energy, and you know, he certainly did that with that 2 count.
And Christian Rose now sending O'Reilly into the corner and working on that small in the back again, and we saw him powerbomb him onto the apron a few minutes ago.
Well, it's hard to run around the ring and climb to that top rope if your back is in pain. So Rose's attack makes a great deal of sense.
Absolutely does. Getting a little overconfident, but he's back to the attack here. Oh!
There's a roll-up.
1.
He didn't quite get the shoulders down there. Nice clothesline. Rose using his strength again to his advantage.
Hooks the leg. Pulled a lot of weight over onto Joey O'Reilly's shoulders there, but not enough to get a 3 count. Looking for maybe another backbreaker. Look how high he's got him up.
And again, holding it. Just notice how he holds the backbreaker. He's not just someone that is, you know, hit the move and then move on. He wants to make sure that his opponent feels the punishment.
Oh. O'Reilly chopping down that big tree by taking the leg out.
That's what O'Reilly's got to do. He's got to pick up the pace.
He's done that, and look at this. Oh! Nobody home, though. Or I guess 2 knees were home for him. Oh, my.
Huge boot right to the face.
Took his head off with it.
And very nearly got the victory there and advanced his way to the finals. And it's very interesting to know, in these first 2 matches, Rose has completely dominated his opponents.
Obviously bigger and stronger than his opponents at both matches. Abdominal stretch here, don't see this a whole lot anymore.
Well, he worked the back earlier, now he's sort of focusing on the front area, sort of the midsection and the stomach, and that's what the abdominal stretch works on.
Wanted the referee to ask him, but Joey O'Reilly does not give up. Full of fight, and we're seeing that right here now. Jerome Fist of Fury.
Well, he is the No Limits champion for a reason. You know, he didn't just get handed that belt. He won a tournament of his own, and put lightning strike twice for O'Reilly.
Takes down Christian Rose.
Sweeping clothesline. I think that was spit that just flew out of Rose's mouth there.
Hope so. Hope it wasn't a tooth. So he got set up here. Oh.
Short backbreaker there. Rose pushes him off, though. Handspring kick blocked.
Oh. Boston Crab.
Notice how easily he just turned him over with no regard.
And look at that arch on the back. We've seen it, the spine bent over Christian Rose's knee earlier.
And as flexible as O'Reilly is, your back can only go back so far before you start feeling the pain.
Powerbomb onto the apron, and Rose just walks him right back into the middle of the ring here.
And this is a little bit closer to the Lion Tamer. When you put the knee into the back in this Boston Crab, you're sort of going more for the old school Chris Jericho than anything else.
Hold's got to be broken now. O'Reilly able to make it to the bottom rope. Another kick though. Telling him to stay down.
Rose not happy with O'Reilly's efforts.
He's gonna kick off his head, he said. Look at this.
And there's an angle slam there.
Power move by Joey O'Reilly. Look at this. Getting him into a...
This is a version of the crossface, maybe closer to the lapel lock with the arm locked. And you don't see O'Reilly go for a lot of submissions, so we'll see what happens here. As Rose cannot get out.
And nice look at that, he keeps him right into it. That's a great way to keep a man locked into a hold here. We may get a tap here.
Wow, you don't see Rose submit very often, so he must be in a ton of pain right now.
He's getting back up to his feet, though. Got to give him credit for that.
O'Reilly trying to hold on here. As he
look at that.
Tries to hold. A nice move by O'Reilly, but Rose is very close to the ropes now.
He knows it. He's got that long reach, and he makes it.
Great ring positioning there as Rose sort of, even if he didn't get out of the hold, he positioned himself so he could get out.
That took a lot out of Christian Rose, though, and Joey O'Reilly kind of letting him recoup here.
Well, when you're holding such a big man down, you know, you can wear yourself out, too.
Excellent point. Oh. Series of kicks. Feet of fury, if you will.
Falcon Arrow, he has done the deal here. 1, 2, no.
That was dangerously close, though, Jerome.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of people kick out of the Falcon Arrow, but it is a dangerous move, and Rose may be setting up for the finish.
He's frustrated. He is annoyed by that 2 count. Got right in the referee's face and let him know that. He's stalking now. Joey O'Reilly.
He's calling for the finish here. Going for it again, but O'Reilly counters.
Oh!
And a forearm right to the head.
Now Christian Rose is down.
Oh! And his gum is gone, folks.
That could be a souvenir for someone in the front row.
No.
Not enough for the 3 count, though.
That momentary hesitation before the pinfall may have done O'Reilly in there.
Both men struggling to get up. Christian Rose is out on that corner there. Oh!
Oh, that is the dubstep, a double stomp.
Look at that, it's enough.
That is enough. Christian Rose is finalist number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall is Christian Rose!
Wow, Joey O'Reilly suffering a loss at the hands of Christian Rose, who, as you said, is the first finalist now for the Collision Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, a great effort by O'Reilly. You know, we're going to see a lot more of him in upcoming episodes, but right now the focus is on Christian Rose, as he is now 1 match away from the heavyweight championship.
And we will crown that champion right here on this episode of Pro Wrestling Collision.
Team Overkill here, Matt Cage and Zakk Sawyer. He's been with this internship with Team Overkill for a time, and he's kind of, let's face it, you've been floundering a little bit. And next week you have an opportunity to prove yourself, and I know you're real excited about it. Hey, you look real excited. You look real jacked. All of this stupidity, all of this idiocy, all this acting like a kid, it's got to stop. It's got to come to an end. We didn't pick you up just to see you walk around looking like a moron, looking like a fool. We picked you up because we saw potential in you. I see potential in you. Look at me. Next week you have an opportunity. An opportunity to show me that you have what it takes to stand next to me, to stand next to Christian Rose, to stand with our excellence. Next week, you have an opportunity to show that you are a wrestler and not a joke. Next week, you have an opportunity to defeat Farmer Billy Hills and Justice, 2 big guys that can throw you around just like that. I didn't choose you because I wanted someone to do my work, to do my laundry. I chose you because I saw that you had potential. And you need to wake up and realize that you have potential and capitalize on it. Otherwise, this internship, it was all for nothing. And you'll go back to mediocrity where I picked you up from. You understand me? So no more fun and games, no more jokes. It's time to put up or shut up. Team Overkill, what do we stand for? What do we stand for? Shoot them up, shoot them down, kill them all. Now do it.
Boys and Girls Club saved my life. What I mean by that, growing up in the projects of Newark, New Jersey, a lot of negative temptations, drugs, gangs, a lot of bad things. So, mother and father both worked very hard to support the family. So they would say, go in the Boys and Girls Club, play, fulfill your dream. You want to make it in this NBA thing or NFL thing, go in there, play with other kids, but do not leave this building until we come pick you up. And that was my daily routine. But in there, I've learned how to become a people person. I've learned how to become a team player. I've learned how to become a nice guy. I've learned how to become a protector. I've learned how to become a leader. And that's all because of the Boys and Girls Club. Boys and Girls Clubs, great futures start here.
For more information on how you can contribute to the Boys and Girls Club, visit bgc-cdale.org.
Got coffee? If not, head to Crossroads Coffee Company in Carterville. But not only do they have a variety of coffee and tea, you can pick up breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime. That includes the Kevin Huns burger, an 8-ounce Angus burger on a toasted ciabatta bun and topped with homemade chili, pepper jack cheese, waffle fries, and jalapenos. $2 of each burger goes to the American Cancer Society. Check out the new wine and beer selection and be sure to join them for open mic night. Crossroads Coffee Company, located off Route 13 in Carterville. Wrestling fans, if you're looking for extensive coverage of all things professional wrestling, look no further than the Wrestling Press. The Wrestling Press covers the industry in the United States, Europe, and elsewhere across the globe. From reviews and news to commentary and show recaps, the Wrestling Press has all your professional wrestling needs covered. Find them online at thewrestlingpress.com.
If it rocks, it's TAO Rocks. TAO Rock 92.7.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Angelo Slade. He looks proud to wear the Wild Cross. He weighs 220 pounds. Alex Castle!
Alex Castle and Angela Slane making their way to the ring. And Jerome, we saw on Collision Course last week, Angela Slane is not to be taken lightly.
I don't know who I'm most scared of. I think I might be more scared of Lane than Castle. I mean, they're both obviously good in their own right, but Angela Slane was unbelievable last week, defeating Twinkie Star. But the focus is on Alex Castle right now, as he has a big semifinal match against an injured Heath Hatton.
That's right. Alex Castle or Heath Hatton, whoever wins this match, will go on to face Christian Rose in the finals for the Collision Heavyweight Championship.
And obviously PWC management not fans of Alex Castle in his position.
And his opponent from North City, Illinois, he weighs 206 pounds. Heath Hatton!
Still favoring that left shoulder, Jerome. We saw it injured in his match against Brandon Espinoza. He hit that guard or the ring post. Pardon me. He's feeling it though, and I know Alex Castle, and we've seen how aggressive he can be. I'm sure he will focus on that shoulder here tonight.
Athletes do not like when people know that they're hurt. They try to hide it in any way possible. The fact that Hatton is rubbing it, holding it, that means something, and it could prove to be a big disaster for him as this match progresses.
The fans here in Carbondale, Illinois, love Heath Hatton.
As well they should. Heath Hatton is an unbelievable talent, and you can really see why he's here in this position.
Absolutely beating Brandon Espinoza, actually almost inadvertently with some help from Alex Castle, ironically enough.
Well, yeah, I understand that Heath and Brandon sort of settled their issues in the back. Their friendship still stands. It's unfortunate that Hatton was helped by Castle, but I think at this point, Hatton will take it.
That's right. He's kind of looking, though, to avenge the loss that was suffered at the hands of Brandon Espinoza, thanks to Alex Castle's interference. And you got to also factor in here Angelus Lane, who's already kind of talking trash towards Heath.
Lane probably feels she should be in this match with Heath Hatton, So it's one of those things that you're going to really have to watch out for.
Hatton's going to have to change his game up as well. Very strong. There's that drop kick.
Oh, but he hit his shoulder on the way down.
He's always got that beautiful drop kick, and he just basically nailed him with it, and Castle is already out on the floor here.
Castle's got to get that shoulder, though. If he hits it once, I think he's going to really be able to get the advantage.
And there it is.
There it is. Tide change right there.
Opening moments of this match, and Heath Hatton is already reeling in pain from that shoulder injury from 2 weeks ago.
You mentioned, the wood and the steel meet right there, and when you're hitting a shoulder against it, that's even more painful.
Referee Brandon Toll needs to get in here and count.
Into the barricade as Hatton comes back.
And Castle now finds himself on the receiving end of a little aggression. And now Angelus Lane getting into Hatton's face.
And Angelus Lane is not afraid. That's what's most important. She is not afraid to confront any wrestler.
Got right into Heath Hatton's face, and look at this now, that shoulder, that arm being draped over the ringside barrier here.
Well, the only thing the referee can do is count at this point. Both competitors are on the outside. Can't really disqualify them, but he can sure lay a count down.
And now the head of Heath Hatton bounces off that apron, and Castle rolls in long enough to break the count and continue the punishment. I can't imagine Heath Hatton's going to be able to go on much longer with this kind of abuse.
No, what Hatton's got to do is he's got to create that separation, and he's got to find a way to hit some sort of maneuver without hurting his shoulder here. And you might think, oh, that's a tap out because Castle's on the outside of the ring. That does not count.
Yeah, rules kind of don't apply at this point other than the 10 count. And he's going to work on that shoulder. Continuing. Oh, this might be Hatton's lucky break. He was able to turn that around.
And Castle may have gone shoulder first into the barricade there.
I think we're at the point now where we can say that this match has gone more outside the ring than it has inside the ring.
And the fact that these two are battling for the other spot in the finals, that's why.
And you got to think that Christian Rose, who has already advanced to the finals, is watching this very closely as he is a student of the game studying both of these men.
And whenever you see the strike battle start, that's when you notice the desperation, the fact that neither man can get the advantage. And Castle really, Hatton's a hurt man, and he's really focusing on his own shoulder, and this is really tough.
Oh, stomps it now.
And if you're Castle, that's what you do. You work on the shoulder, you put him in some sort of submission, you kick it, you punch it, you do whatever you need to do to get the victory.
Castle looking for some support from the crowd, or maybe mocking the crowd, not getting that support for sure. Now he's sitting on the shoulder and wrenching up on the wrist and arm.
And what would it mean for someone so popular and so loved by the management of this promotion? What would it say if Castle would have beat him by submission of all things? So you got to believe Castle's motivated to not only win, but to humiliate Hatton.
That's right. Hatton may be the unfortunate victim of a vendetta, a grudge that Castle has with Pro Wrestling Collision Management.
There's a whip by Hatton, favoring the shoulder. Referee was right there to see if Lane would do anything, and there's a splash there.
Chest first. Of course, the chest and shoulder connected there.
Well, when I played the board game Operation, that's how I always.
Again, Castle mocking the fans and mocking Hatton. Stomps the elbow this time. Hatton is in a lot of pain. Brandon Toll going to have to use some discretion here, saying no, he's not going to call it. lot of
hands.
fist throwing there. Whipped in is Heath Hatton.
Back elbow, and for the referee, he's in a very tough position here because how do you determine if a guy with an injured shoulder cannot defend himself? Because he can always punch and kick his way back using his non-left shoulder.
That's right, and he is stepping now. Alex Castle is on the shoulder blade and pulling up on that arm.
I mean, it's easy strategy at this point. That's all it is.
Sure, he's dissecting him as you would expect.
Hatton trying to get the crowd into this.
And Alex Castle is such a vicious competitor anyway. And he's found that weakness on Heath Hatton, and he's going to capitalize on it. A very smart move, whether we like him or not.
Solid right hands from Hatton. Again with the shoulder, driving it hard into the mat.
He's just not going to let up. Got him twisted like a pretzel.
And this
almost.
could be it here. This could very well be it.
There'd be no shame in Heath's game if he gave up right now.
This is one of his patented finishing maneuvers here. Castle loves to use this to get submission victories. And you've got to believe that Hatton is in very, very deep trouble.
Look at this. Hatton almost got a pinfall there.
Almost intuitively just rolling him over there.
And I don't think Castle realized his shoulders were down until the referee started counting.
Well, you know, when you got a guy in that sort of position, it's tough to realize that you can also be pinned.
Once again, stalking Heath Hatton. Now it's a small package. That could be it. Alex Castle.
Hatton manages to get the cross body. Oh, but his shoulder, I have to believe it gave out on him a little bit there. That's why he couldn't complete the 3 count.
Yeah, Hatton's got to be careful with the moves. He's doing spine buster.
And again, you know, even as he's delivering moves, he's hurting himself.
Yeah, almost a shoulder breaker as well for Hatton, unfortunately. Referee Brandon Toll continuing to keep an eye on this. He says, no, let it go.
All credit to him for letting the wrestlers determine their own fate and not calling for the bell. We want to see the winner here. We want to see someone earn their way to the title.
That's right. The winner of this match will be in the finals later in this episode of Pro Wrestling Collision. Lots of great action still ahead.
Desperation time. You see the forearm exchange, and now it's going to turn into some right hands. You know, the steam is slowly being let out of the kettles here. These two guys really giving it their all. Whether you like Castle or not, much credit to him for really controlling this match.
He really has dominated it and taking advantage of that shoulder, which, again, a smart strategy. Hatton throwing a lot of right hands.
And he's ace crusher. Great maneuver there. Hatton smartly rolling out.
Almost an instinct to roll out of the ring.
Well, my understanding is when you are trained to be a wrestler, that when you get hit with a big move and you're near the outside of the ring, that you get there, that you just get yourself out of harm's way.
What's Angelus Lane doing here? She's taking that top turnbuckle off. And look
this
at this, Ace and Espy, the tag team champions out here.
Ace and Espy want to see a legitimate winner too. You know, they want to see fairness. They don't, you know, I'm sure they're friends with Hatton, but they just want to see a clean victory here.
She's screaming for Castle.
But the important thing is that top turnbuckle's off.
That is exposed. That is more steel being exposed. Hatton reverses it.
Implant DDT by Hatton there.
H2KO. And it's enough.
Heath Hatton, finalist number 2 here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall is Heath Hatton!
So that means later on tonight we have Heath Hatton versus Christian Rose. The winner gets the heavyweight championship.
And you got to imagine that Christian Rose is going to capitalize on that injured shoulder for sure.
If he doesn't, then he may not win the title. That's what it comes down to. You've got to scout your opponent, and I assume that Rose, based on the way he's wrestled tonight, has come up with a strategy and has already come up with something, even as he's watching this match on the monitor in the back. Castle getting into it here with Testa once again. We've got two very different stories here. We've got what's going on outside the ring with Castle and management, but we also have Espinoza and Heath Hatton sort of bridging the gap, shaking hands, and establishing their friendship.
Heath Hatton enjoying the cheers from the crowd right now. He needs to go get ready, though. He's got a final round matchup coming up very shortly on this episode of Pro Wrestling Collision.
What? Let me guess. Are you here to talk about my amazing victory over Kyle Sykes? No. Are you here to talk about my amazing victory over Joey O'Reilly? No. So what do you want? You want one of these? You want this classic Christian Rose video clip, right? Maybe I use some metaphors, some big fancy words that other people don't use. That's not what I want to do right now. This is what I want to say. This is Pro Wrestling Collision. It's the first show. It's the Collision Cup. And this is supposed to be a new place, a place where everybody can start fresh, where everybody start cleaning the future of pro wrestling. And it's not. It is the same as everywhere else. It is not fair. I am an honest man. I am the last honest man in pro wrestling. I am the reality of pro wrestling. So allow me to tell you the reality of Pro Wrestling Collision. You hype yourselves up to be something new and exciting and something fresh and change, and you're not. You know why? Because I go out there tonight against Kyle Sykes. These people have never seen me before in their life, and they boo me and they chant, "You can't wrestle," because I can't do a backflip. I don't do 1,000 variations of a hammerlock in every match. What's wrong with kicking people in the face? What's wrong with hitting people in the head? How is that not wrestling? Second round, I faced Joey O'Reilly. Awesome high flyer, phenomenal athlete, and I beat him. Stomped his heart in. Why am I not getting the respect that I deserve? Why is Heath Hatton, just because he lives here, just because he's jacked, he has tribal tattoos? It's not fair. So now, finals of the match, Heath, it's not that I hate you. I don't hate you any more than I hate anybody else. I just flat out hate everybody. I hate myself. I hate my life, but I hate everybody else's more. So, in the interest of fairness, the undefeated underdog in Pro Wrestling Collision, the best thing going today, is going to beat the favorite. It's going to beat the company man. It's going to beat the hometown hero. It's going to beat the odds-on lock to win it all, right? You're hurt. You're hurt. I saw it. I've watched both your matches. You got hurt and you stayed hurt. But you don't know what pain is. But you're going to find out. It's what I was born to do. I'm not good at anything else, Heath. You can go out there and be popular and you can do all these amazing things and people just love you. But me, I'm not good at anything except for hurting people. You think that I like being good at hurting people? I don't. I hate it. But deep down inside, since it's the only thing that I'm good at, hurting people makes me happy. And at the end of this night, I'm going to be the happiest man in Pro Wrestling Collision.
Running into the 15 to the pin, he's going to score. Untouched. It's a touchdown. Oh my.
1051 Easy A.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Hagstrom.
I'm Kevin Huntsberger.
And I'm Adam Testa. And if you're looking for the smartest and snarkiest commentary on professional wrestling, look no further than From the Rafters Radio.
Sometimes Aaron Heller and Chet Smart join us, but, you know, we're not really that important.
That's From the Rafters Radio each Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time at WGGH.net or Monster Radio 1150 a.m.
Stream professional wrestling from an ever-changing library of great events and network exclusives like the fast-paced Lucha Libre of Chikara and the city-crushing shenanigans of Kaiju Big Battle. All that and a whole lot more coming your way every single month when you subscribe to shop.wrestlingiz.com. Get in on the ground floor of the industry's most groundbreaking groups and at a fraction of the cost of buying DVDs. Wrestling is headed into the digital age, and you can be part of it at shop.wrestlingiz.com.
Our next contest is set for one fall with a 10-minute time limit.
Ladies and gentlemen, El Matadoro making his United States Wrestling debut, answering the call for the Bull Bronson Open Challenge.
Well, we've got the finals of the tournament coming up, and El Matadoro is a world-renowned wrestler, and I'm assuming that they're going to really give Hatton and Rose some time to rest here. He and Bronson, I expect a very competitive match.
And his opponent from Tarrant County, Texas, weighing 306 pounds, Bull Bronson!
A very angry man, a very dominant man in the world of professional wrestling. And El Matadoro, of course, dressed like a bullfighter, and I don't think he's got much, if any, professional wrestling experience. He wants to fight a bull. I think he thought he was actually fighting a bull and not Bull Bronson. I'd rather be in there with an actual bull, though, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is danger zone for El Matadoro. There are wrestlers that see that they're facing Bull Bronson and they leave the building. They get in their cars and they go home. El Matadoro probably should have considered buying a round-trip ticket back to Spain.
Look at this. He's got the red cape, though. I don't know that Bull Bronson's going to play that game. Referee calling for the bell.
I don't quite know what Matadoro's doing, but I think he's watched maybe too many Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Trying to get the big bull. Bull Bronson not having anything to do with it.
If Bronson watched those cartoons, he would know.
Look at that!
A little ingenuity there.
No!
The ingenuity is over. That's a lariat, and El Matadoro's in trouble.
This is not even close to being an evenly matched contest here. Look at this. El Matadoro going to get thrown almost back to Spain.
Out of the corner.
Holy mackerel.
Bull Bronson, as angry as anyone about not being in the tournament.
Oh!
And a powerbomb.
Wants opportunity and destroying El Matadoro.
There goes my competitive match theory out the window.
That had to be under a minute.
He may have a record.
Your winner, Bull Bronson!
And they used those roses for El Matadoro's funeral. My goodness. Calling for the mic now is Bull Bronson.
I am sick and tired of these games. I am a serious wrestler. I am the baddest man. I've beaten everybody put in front of me. I've beaten farmers. Don't want me, don't mock me. I'll come down there and smack every one of you. I demand a real challenge. I have beaten everybody here. I want my shot. Shut up!
Whoa, 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 whoa! Look at this.
Bull Bronson, if I may interrupt you for just a moment. Actually, I don't need your permission because I'm going to do it anyway.
You better make this fast before I come out there.
Oh, don't worry, you're going to like what I got. Chris Hagstrom, I know you're in the back. You've been trying to get a hold of me for weeks now, wanting to ink Shane Rich's name down for Pro Wrestling Collision. Well, here's your answer. Bull Bronson, you talk about beating everybody, how you rolled over everybody, how you pushed everybody around.
Without a problem.
Well, guess what, my friend? I am offering you the opportunity to push Shane Rich around.
You
Chris
are
Hagstrom,
nobody. You have beaten nobody.
You want me in Pro Wrestling Collision? I accept. Bull Bronson, you want a challenge, big boy? Standing there, you big jackass, spitting out a bunch of hot air. Well, guess what, big boy? I accept. I'll see you soon.
Whoa, Shane Rich.
Don't cheer him, he's nobody. I'm the baddest man here.
Laying it down to Bull Bronson, accepting the challenge. I don't think Bull will have as easy a time with him as he just had with El Matadoro. For
Shane
sure.
Rich is very well known in this area. We haven't seen him in the ring for quite some time. but it's going to be very interesting when he wrestles Bull Bronson.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am backstage with Heath Haddon, who in exciting fashion pinned Alex Castle to earn a spot in the finals of the Collision Cup tournament. Now, Heath, I have to ask, how do you feel about once again being on the brink of winning a major title?
I feel like I'm about 50%. I feel like I'm been hit by a train, but it would take an army to keep me out of that ring.
I have to say, during your first and second matches, your shoulder looked especially rough. Do you think you'll be able to take on Christian Rose, a renowned striker, at 100%?
Look, man, I'm in a lot of pain right now. I want to concentrate on my shoulder. Christian Rose, if you think this shoulder is going to keep me out of the ring, you're dead wrong. I'm good, man.
Well, nobody can say for sure whether Heath will be able to make it through this match, but we all know that this is going to be one heck of a main event.
It gave me a place to go. It started my kind of creative side. It's where I first learned how to really dance through a great program that was there. It gave you a sense of kind of like belonging. And so, you know, you live in this neighborhood and you walk to this club and you go in there and all of a sudden you're part of something really big and amazing, it feels like. And at the same time, it feels like yours, like a club, like you're part of this great club. And I would dance and spend my afternoons there and then go home for dinner and dream about the next day and what we were gonna do. And it just gave me a great sense of hope and really, really kick-started my dreams. Boys and Girls Clubs, great futures start here.
For more information on how you can contribute to the Boys and Girls Club, visit bgc-cdale.org.
Stream professional wrestling from an ever-changing library of great events and network exclusives like the fast-paced Lucha Libre of Chikara and the city-crushing shenanigans of Kaiju Big Battle. All that and a whole lot more coming your way every single month when you subscribe to shop.wrestlingiz.com. Get in on the ground floor of the industry's most groundbreaking groups and at a fraction of the cost of buying DVDs. Wrestling is headed into the digital age, and you can be part of it at shop.wrestlingiz.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Hagstrom.
I'm Kevin Huntsberger.
And I'm Adam Testa. And if you're looking for the smartest and snarkiest commentary on professional wrestling, look no further than From the Rafters Radio.
Sometimes Aaron Heller and Chet Smart join us, but, you know, we're not really that important.
That's From the Rafters Radio each Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time at WGGH.net or Monster Radio, 1150 a.m. Got coffee? If not, head to Crossroads Coffee Company in Carterville. But not only do they have a variety of coffee and tea, you can pick up breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime. That includes the Kevin Huns Burger, an 8-ounce Angus burger on a toasted ciabatta bun and topped with homemade chili, pepper jack cheese, waffle fries, and jalapenos. $2 of each burger goes to the American Cancer Society. Check out the new wine and beer selection and be sure to join them for open mic night. Crossroads Coffee Company, located off Route 13 in Carterville. We've documented it for the last 2 weeks that shoulder is hurt. You see him clapping hands in the face, but that left shoulder is hurt. What kind of factor will that play into this match? As we head into the finals now, and a champion will be crowned here. Former champ Edmund Livewire McGuire relinquishing the title, unable to fulfill the duties and commitments involved with the championship. Matt Cage already mocking Keith Hatton.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest set for one fall with 30-minute time limit is the finals of the Collision Cup tournament and is for the Pro Wrestling Collision Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, standing to my left, from Ogden Marsh, Iowa, weighing in at 206 pounds, Christian Rose.
Clearly despised by the fans here of Pro Wrestling Collision, although his Team Overkill mates giving him a lot of support.
And from Norris City, Illinois, weighing in at 205 pounds, Heath Hatton.
Obviously, the fan favorite here, Keith Hatton, although he is in a lot of pain. You can see it etched on his face already. The match hasn't even started.
Rule number one, don't let your opponent know what hurts you, moron. Gentlemen, this is the finals of the Collision Cup. It is for the PWC Heavyweight Championship. Listen to my counts at all times. You must break before 5 or be back in the ring by the count of 10. This is a verbal warning to you. Any nonsense from you, and you will be thrown out and you will be disqualified. I'm here for moral support. Are there any questions, gentlemen?
Are you really sure you want to do this, buddy? You're looking a little worse for wear.
Worry about me kicking your ass.
Brandon Toll, the referee here, laying down the law, letting them know, both competitors know that this means business. A champion will be crowned. A 30-minute time limit here. As Chris Hagstrom joins me now on commentary. Chris, welcome to the commentary table here with Pro Wrestling Collision. And Keith Hatton starts off aggressively, kind of uncharacteristic, as he is fighting for all here. All the marbles on the line.
Apologize for sounding difficulties, Kevin.
That's all right. Welcome aboard, buddy.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor to be backside along my broadcast colleague here as we have this Collision Championship match between two men who have already gone through two others, and this is the third match in the Collision Cup Series.
That's right, and we have documented it, Chris. Heath Hatton's left shoulder injured 2 weeks ago against Brandon Espinoza, and Alex Castle really worked on it in their semifinal match earlier in this episode.
So now down the mat-based wrestling here, but I want to give a very special thanks to Jerome Cuson, who's been your partner these last 2 episodes. He's done a fantastic job here, but you know, this is an important matchup, and there's nothing against Jerome. He's done a great job, but we need to keep some order here because this is the big one.
And that shoulder block by Heath Hatton ended up hurting him more than it did Christian Rose, and Rose is going to do exactly where Alex Castle did and work on that shoulder.
And now the referee has turned around, and look right there, just as a clear fact of day is how he's won and gotten this far. Outside interference.
Yeah, Team Overkill going to definitely play a factor here. Christian Rose has 2 men in his corner here for this matchup.
Toll's got to keep some order in there.
Several shoulders right to the abdomen, and there's a stiff forearm.
Gotta keep an eye, make sure that's an open fist as well. And now look at Matt Cage. Come on now, Rick. You gotta turn around for this. Come on.
Christian Rose scoring a big pinfall victory over the no limits champion Joey O'Reilly earlier as well. Both of these men have taken a very different path to get here, but they are both in the finals.
I'm looking again, Christian Rose. I mean, you got to give him credit though. He's smart for working on the arm. Heath Hatton knows what's on the line here, Kevin, though. And he's going to come out now with a fist and kicks of fury, and here comes Hatton.
Pounding him, kicking him, stomping him. Brandon Toll needs to get in there, and he does.
It's got to go both ways, though, Kevin. The ref's got to keep an eye on both of them.
Absolutely, he's doing that. Christian Rose was wrapped up in the ropes there. And again, more aggressive Heath Hatton than we've seen as of late. It's all for the gold, though.
You got to be aggressive in this kind of tournament, though. And now Matt Cage on the apron again. Toll's got to get some order here. Oh, man, right to the shoulder.
Heath Hatton has been in some pretty high-profile matches in his young career.
Oh, again, those kicks right into that left shoulder has been injured throughout this tournament.
This is a big one, too. It is for the Pro Wrestling Collision Heavyweight Championship. And Hatton trying to defend himself, but not having a whole lot of luck here.
And now he's going into no man's land here in the visiting team territory.
That's right. Brandon Toll going to have to get in there, laying the count on both men now as they are technically outside the ring.
Oh, jeez, did you see that?
Certainly did, and Hatton now falls to the arena floor here at the SIU Student Center Ballroom in Carbondale, Illinois.
Oh, man, I don't know how he can still...
You know what? We've seen Rose use that guardrail to powerbomb his opponents in the earlier rounds of this tournament.
Oh, watch out here now. Watch out, the reversal. No. Stop by Christian Rose. Kick right to the midsection.
He's going to use that to his advantage once again, although not powerbombing Hatton, but going to wrap that shoulder.
No. Oh! Oh, my God.
Wrenched it and pulled it right through, and Heath Hatton is in agony.
How is he still surviving to this, Kevin? I mean, everyone's been targeting that shoulder. It's no secret.
Yeah, Hatton, of course, favoring it coming out here, although he didn't even have to do that. And Christian Rose, a student of the game, and knows exactly what he's doing in there.
And now he's just doing push-ups to add insult to injury. Brandon Toll checking Heath Hatton. He wants to continue. Stay back in the corner and stay out of this match, Cage. Oh, a little small package. Oh, cover 1, 2. Oh.
I am joined on commentary by Pro Wrestling Collision owner and executive producer Chris Hagstrom, who just admonished Matt Cage.
Oh, no, no, no. We've seen Christian Rose do this to people before. No, 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 not this. Oh! Oh! Oh, my God. Did you hear that?
Pull him on those fingers.
You hear like snapped.
Oh. Fans are on their feet. They want to see a winner here in this Pro Wrestling Collision Cup tournament, which will determine a new champion here for Pro Wrestling Collision.
Oh, and now he did it again. Hey, it's just straining that muscle. I'm not sure if that's still being held on by just strings of muscle, but here comes Hatton again, Kevin.
He's throwing those right hands as best as he can. Of course, that left arm almost useless at this point.
Oh. Rose, though. Oh. Put up.
Gonna charge it in again.
Oh, and now a shot right to the chin.
Hatton able to get an elbow up. A big, powerful clothesline. And there's a second one.
Hatton's a house of fire, it looks like. Off the ropes. Oh, right to the forehead.
Beautifully executed. Hatton got a roll going on here.
Oh, what's going on here? Ooh, but Hatton tried to get up. He tried to pick him up, Kevin. That shoulder wasn't doing it, and now he's gotten back on the mat.
Not a good idea as he finds himself writhing in pain once again, face buried into the mat.
He's got to get to those ropes. He's just scratching and clawing. Look at him.
He's doing it. He's trying to anyway. Will he make it?
Oh, hey, now. Come on now. You can't have that.
Other members of Team Overkill.
Finally Toll admonishing him. You got to reach that rope, and he finally reached to it. Finally got there.
Brandon Toll didn't see it. And Christian Rose taking full advantage of the situation. You can't blame him, Chris. There's so much on the line here.
There's absolutely a lot on the line. Hatton, though, looks like he's spaghetti legs, and now Christian Rose is trying to power him up to that top turnbuckle.
Almost like a rag doll being pulled up to that top rope.
God, what are they going to do from up here, Kevin?
Again, working on that shoulder, but Hatton fighting back with some fists to the abdomen.
He's got to, Kevin. This is it. Oh!
Big punch there. And Hatton is out. What's he going to do
He
here?
says it's over. He lost his balance, though.
A lot of sweat on those ropes. We have seen 7 matches to determine.
Oh!
This is the 7th match, I should say.
Wait a minute, now come on now.
Chris Hagstrom leaving the commentary table here. Big drop kick from the top rope.
Probably not a good idea to just throw equipment around like that.
Yeah, Jerome Cuson joining us back on commentary. Thank you for that, Jerome. As Chris Hagstrom has now moved into more of that management position that he holds.
Well, when you're the owner of the company, you have to take some responsibility.
Look at that. Matt Cage stops the pinfall, stops the count rather.
And Chris Hagstrom is not happy. He is extremely angry.
You guys stay right here,
He
huh?
takes
You
this
guys want to play
very
for the cup?
personally.
Joey O'Reilly.
Riley coming, maybe not to make the save, but to make sure that we see a clean winner here.
A lot of aggression from Joey O'Reilly and Matt Cage. These two do not like each other.
They are making their way out of here.
Rose distracted by it all. Schoolboy roll up, not enough.
Chris Hagstrom, very into this match. You know, he has a vested interest in whomever wins. Hatton blocks the move that Rose did earlier, almost a spinning go to sleep.
Look at this. Swinging neck breaker. Beautifully executed.
Not enough.
Hatton's second win kicking in here, it seems.
We've got PWC management stalking us here, very much into this. They want to see the winner here. Both of these men are deserving champions.
Said it best, Jerome. Both of these men have been through a lot to get here.
There's the dubstep here. That's how we won the semis. No! Oh my!
Look at that. He is not happy at all with Brandon Toll.
Oh, you can't blame Rose there. After winning the semis in the way he did. Oh, it was a kick. It may only be a matter of time, though.
I'm not sure if that first one caught him on that shoulder again or the head.
Hatton getting inspiration from this crowd that has been with him through all 3 tournament contests here.
And he's been wrestling with an injured shoulder since about halfway through that first round matchup with Brandon Espinoza 2 weeks ago.
There you see it, you mention it, and it comes into play. Unfortunately for Hatton, that shoulder. Oh, there's a spine buster, not the prettiest one. Gets the job done now. Like I said, couldn't get the full impact of that. That may have been why Rose was able to kick out at 2.
Unable to get the pinfall. But the tide has turned once again in this matchup. And there it goes again, now back into the favor of Christian Rose, who despite having his friends and partners kicked out is still putting on quite a contest.
Fireman's carry, elbows by Hatton.
Moves it into almost a
Good enough to get the win. We have a new champion. Hatton is the new champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the winner. And new Pro Wrestling Collision champion, the winner of the Collision Cup, Heath Hatton.
From my vantage point, it looked like Hatton's shoulder gave out a little bit, and that's why he wasn't able to get the full front of his finish, but Rose it was good enough.
Absolutely it was. He was able to pin Christian Rose in the finals and become the Pro Wrestling Collision Heavyweight Champion. This has been a long time coming for Heath Hatton, who has fought and toiled for years on the indie scene here in Southern Illinois and beyond. Congratulations to Heath Hatton. We've seen him wrestle for gold before. This is his first individual championship. I'm very proud of Heath Hatton here tonight.
He said that tonight it was 8 of the brightest stars in that ring right now, maybe the brightest one of all.
Absolutely, and the fans are loving it. Pro Wrestling Collision Heavyweight Champion, Keith Patton.